They try to break you. Now they need you. This message won't land for everybody, but if it is for you, you will feel immediately. They try to isolate you because they couldn't control you. You wouldn't play the role they picked for you. You wouldn't keep quiet just to make them comfortable. You wouldn't shrink yourself so they could feel powerful. And once they realized they couldn't use you like a puppet, they change the strategy. They start turning people against you. Family, friends, people who should have known better. They have whispered things behind your back. They make you sound unstable, difficult, dangerous, like you were the problem. And the painful part is some people believe them, not because it was true, but because the lie was easier to accept than the truth. They want you alone. They want you cut off. They want you broke, exhausted, embarrassed, and desperate enough to come crawling back. That was the plan. They thought if they attack your name, your peace, your money, your relationship, and your opportunity at all once, eventually you will break. Eventually you will pick up the phone. Eventually you will say, please help me. But you didn't. And that's the part they still can't understand. You didn't beg. You didn't chase. You didn't even waste your energy trying to explain yourself to people who were committed to misunderstand you. You saw what was happening. You knew there were things being done behind the scenes. You knew your name was being dragged through conversation you weren't invited to. You knew people were being fed a version of you that wasn't real. But instead of collapsing, you got quiet. You took the hit. You carried the pain. And somehow, even while everyone's stacked against you, you keep moving. That's what they underestimate. They thought isolation would destroy you, but isolation gives you clarity. It shows you who was real. It shows you who was watching. It shows you who only loved you when you were useful, silent, or easy to control. And once you saw that, you couldn't unsee it. So you rebuilt yourself without them, slowly, quietly, painfully. But you did it. And now the same people who try to bury your name are confused because you're still standing. Not only standing, you're stronger, you're wiser, you're harder to manipulate. And the situation has started to reverse. The people who try to isolate you are now becoming isolated themselves. The support they thought they had is disappearing. The people that manipulated are starting to see the truth. The stories they told are falling apart because your life no longer matched their lie. And now they want access again. And now they want to call. Now they want to act like nothing happened. Now they want the same help, loyalty, and compassion they try to take from you when you need it the most. But here's the truth. You didn't survive all that just to go back. You didn't fight your way out of the darkness just to hand them the key to your peace again. You learned the lesson, and this time you are not going to angry. You're not bitter. You're just done with it. And that's scared them more than anything. Because what they could still get a reaction from you. They still had a little bit control. But now your silence is different. Your distance is different. Your peace is different. And they can feel it. They try to make you powerless. But all they really did was force you to become someone they can never control again.